Hope comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Did that just in time. I really need to fix that video. All right. The thing is, I don't do it very often. So changing the video is actually a lot of work for me. But good morning. Good morning. Happy Friday. It might be Saturday for some of you. It might even be Thursday for some of you. I don't know how time works on the other side of the world. I'd like to thank Russia, or what I would have known as the USSR growing up. I'm getting a lot of downloads from Russia, and I'd like to thank you all. I'd like to thank you. A lot of places that are listening. Good morning, Amber. It is good to see you. I'm glad that you could take time from your sales calls. Amber is rocking the Casbah today. See, when you're in sales, you got to take an extra step, man. If you want to be the best of the best, right? So she's calling on a day where everybody else is gone, out living their best life, and she closed 8 out of 9 phone calls. That is a fuck of a close rate. All right. Good job, Amber. I'm proud of you. And I'm proud of her because she's been having a tough week. So, but, in this program, you hear me say it quite often. We are extraordinary people. All right. We're extraordinary people. For those of you that can't see, I'm wearing a Purple Rain shirt, and it's purple in the background. It's a purple day. Change that to purple. We'll go with news so it looks like it's like purple. Talk about loyal today. I'm gonna be reading out of A Day at a Time, which is Hazelden literature. And I don't care if it's you're pretty good at that. I'm really glad I bought this light, man. Yeah, I think it's added to it. It makes it a little more. Darn it, it's gonna get louder. Sorry, I forgot about my microphone again. For years, it's just been sitting in front of me, but I put it on one of those extender arms so that it could be right in front of me. It's just for appeal. It makes the video look a little bit better. I do these little things, right? So it's funny because when I'm in AA meetings, if you go to AA meetings with me, you'll see me, and I overreact, man. I do. I'll put my arms, I'm doing that because the person speaking needs something visual to let them know that people are listening. So I overreact when I'm on camera with that so that people know that I got their back, man. You bet. So let's go ahead and get started here. It's 11:11, by the way. If I cut off abruptly, I apologize. I'm sure I'll be back again later today, but I have the grandkids today and she needs to drop them off a little early. And then I need to get the noon meeting set up because I might be chairing it. The person that needed to chair has to take care of their little boy. And when it comes to this, kids come first, man. It's part of recovery. It's the part that we get to be there, that we get to be available now. So, all right. Welcome to Daily Trudge. My name is Dion, but you knew that, right? If you're here, please say hello, whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. I don't know if anybody's noticed, but I've been using the same coffee cup for 3 days in a row now. I haven't had the gumption to do dishes, and the kids' dishes are in the way, and I don't want to do them. The other day, my wife asked me, she said, "Are you playing games with the dishes?" And actually, that kind of ticked me off because I don't do that kind of crap. Because I hadn't done it. I haven't wanted to do them, and And there's stuff in the way, and I don't feel like dealing with that right now. That's really what it was. So I'll probably get over myself and do their dishes anyway. Just kind of help them out. They're my kids, right? But what I did not do is get upset about it. No, nah. All right, let's get started on loyalty. You screenshotted at 11:11. That's awesome. That's awesome. Amber and I like our numbers. I think it might be a Virgo thing, but numbers are for me an indication from God that I'm kind of doing the right thing, right? So my loyalty to God. Maybe before we get started, maybe we should look up the definition of loyalty. Let's get a little bit of an AI overview here too. Right? Yeah. Definition of loyalty.
Here's the definition of loyalty: the quality of being loyal.
Those are when they just repeat a different type. Okay. A strong support or allegiance. There we go. So allegiance, faithfulness, fidelity, obedience, fealty, adherence, homage, devotion, bond, trueness, true-heartedness, steadfast. Now we're getting to it, right? But the quality of being loyal, God, that doesn't really tell us anything. Not with what we need. So now we know loyalty. I'm going to ask it a weird question. What are the benefits of loyalty? So let's see what it says for that. All right. So let's go ahead and read the reflection first, and then we'll get into any AI overview. So that way, if I have to cut short, we got done what we need to get done. All right. One thing that keeps me on the track today is the feeling of loyalty to other members of the program, no matter where they may be. Woo! I thanked somebody yesterday for their loyalty, essentially, because they've been showing up here a lot, the meetings, they've been extremely supportive. And that's why I said, thank you for the support and being there. And they wrote back, the point that I want to get to on that. There were some compliments. I'm not going to repeat them. We all know I'm awesome. It's all right. At least in my head, I think everybody thinks I'm awesome. And that's really the only opinion that counts in that matter. I'm joking. So, but what they said was it's neat to be part of a group and seeing it grow and finding my fellowship. Out of everything they said, that was probably the biggest compliment, because one of the reasons that I started it is so that people would see and they could experience watching a group grow because you put a little bit of effort into something, because you showed up and shared your experience, strength, and hope. Now, I started it with a base of people who had very good sobriety, right? Yeah, absolutely. But that loyalty that we have to each other, I'm very close to Amber. It doesn't matter where she's at. I got her back. That's how it is. We have each other's backs. We're there for each other. We help each other 10th step all the time. Not just now. I'm talking about all of us, right? Hey, Julia, it's good to see you. I hope you're having a great day. Right. So in the program, no matter where they are, we depend upon each other. I know, for example, that I'd be letting them down if I ever took a drink. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I'm sorry. I'm not going to jump on board with that one. I hear what they're saying for sure. But no, you're not letting me down because you took a drink. I'm sorry, but no, you're not. I'm not going to be disappointed in you. I'm not going to be upset with you. The way I would see it is you came back. In my book, that's going to be progress. That's going to be progress. Now, if we're using it for accountability, then that's something different. And I think that's probably where they're trying to get to, right, with that, because we need to be accountable. Okay? If you live with somebody, Let them know where you're going and when you will be back and what you are doing. That's what normal people do. Let me rephrase that. That's what emotionally healthy people do. Right? It's important to have a home group. So you show your face at this place, and if they don't see you, then they're going to wonder where you're at. That's accountability. When I have a new person I'm working with, right? What I do is for the first 30 days, they need to write me every single night. Just text me real quick. I stayed sober today. Right? And I don't hide why we're doing it. The reason that we're doing it is because during the day, you might think, oh, a drink will be nice. Oh, wait a minute. I can't. I have to text Dion later. I can't. I have a 5 p.m. meeting. Because sometimes that drink, there are times I'm watching TV or something, somebody's drinking a Stella Artois. It's the only beer I actually enjoyed drinking for taste. I'm like, oh, that sounds nice. Hey, still happens. Doesn't mean I react to that or anything, but sure, it happens. I know, for example, blah, blah. When I came into the program, I found a group of people who were not only helping each other to stay sober, but who were loyal to each other by staying sober themselves. Yeah, that would certainly be accountability. Certainly would be. And it does work. It does work. And I would have to jump on the wagon if it was hey, I'm going to go take a drink. Yeah, but I don't want to disappoint my friends. And if that keeps you sober, I'm going to go for it, man. So, maybe that's what they're trying to get to. But I know for me, I'm not going to be disappointed in you. All right. I'm not going to add to the guilt and the shame. I'm not going to do that. It's not for me to do. I do understand it. I've slipped plenty of times. Okay. All right. Before I got fully sober. Am I loyal to my group and to my friends in the program? It's going to take me a little while to get loyalty to a certain group. Do I have loyalty? Well, and I certainly do not want to gripe on meetings. So what I will say is this. If you're not enjoying your group, then fire them and go find another one that works for you, where you feel like you fit in a little bit more. Nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. It's your recovery. It's your recovery, and you have every right to do that. But do find a group where you belong. All right. I thank God for the loyalty and fellowship of the group and the mutuality of commitment that binds us together. Yeah. We do a lot of things for each other. All right. We help each other find jobs. Maybe you don't know how to sew. Somebody teaches you how to sew. Maybe you don't know how to cook. Somebody will teach you how to cook. These are things that we do in AA. We support each other in things. Okay. At the same time, I'm loyal. I am on the phone with the electric company. Good morning, Michelle. I'm loyal to paying my bills and keeping my electricity on. Absolutely. That's what I would call progress, because this time you paid it before the power was turned off. Right? What about loyalty to you? What about loyalty for ourselves, being loyal to you, following through on the commitments, right? What would be a good loyalty to you? Well, going to a meeting every day would be a good loyalty for you. Meeting with your sponsor each week, doing the work, praying. Where's God in this? Being loyal to God and his word, right? May I give to the group in the same proportion that I take from it. I love that line. I like that line. Every relationship is a give and take basis, including a group one. Yeah. you can't hide behind your turned off camera you can only do that for so long. Right? Been a while since I've heard or said this, but you cannot get the program through osmosis. It does not work. Right? Am I anyway, it doesn't matter. You don't care about my finger. Julia says loyalty is not necessarily a peaceful environment. Absolutely, yeah. It doesn't necessarily account for peace. In fact, there might be disruption. There might be confrontation because I think loyalty is also, hey, Dion, you might want to take that shit off Facebook because you're not doing what you're out of your lane, Dion. Been a while since somebody had to tell me that. Knock on wood, so I don't do it today. Right? So good call, Julie. I appreciate that. Having been a taker during so many of my years, my giving used to be no more than a commodity for which I expected to be paid in approval of love or favors. May I learn the joy of pure giving with no strings attached, no expectation of reward. That's loyalty. So loyalty can lead to something altruistic. You know, you're a loyal Chiefs fan. That's right. I'm a loyal Broncos fan. Even all those years of losing and the bull crap and the crap talk, you bet. You bet I stayed a Bronco fan. Okay. All the years of losing is a part of the process. Today I'll remember a perfect gift, ask for nothing in return. Right? Now the problem with being a Bronco fan is I get mad because I have certain expectations, right? My loyalty to the Broncos is not unconditional. I will tell you that. Loyal to Ball Swan. I'm not sure what that is. I'm not sure what Ball Swan is. Feels like I should know, but I don't. All right. So one of the benefits to loyalty, I'm going to wrap up here in the next 5 to 7 minutes. All right. In personal relationships, stronger bonds. Loyalty creates a sense of security and reliability, strengthening relationships between friends, family, and romantic partners. My friends, okay, the way they work is if they don't use my name in a bad manner behind my back, but they will certainly do that to my face. That makes sense? A loyal person is going to call you on your stuff. Absolutely, yeah. So Amber's uncle, who passed away a few years back, had I was like, what is fascia? All right, she has some tickets that her uncle had. They're Bronco tickets too. She's a Chiefs fan. So yes, loyalty to her uncle was a little bit more than the loyalty to, say, the Chiefs, right? It was a continuance. That loyalty, I would actually call that more respect, right? Carrying on the family name, carrying on family things. That is definitely a loyalty, right? So these bonds that we have, right? And it's nice to know that I finally have friends that when we separate, you don't go running off and talking shit behind my back. You know, I went through that for a while in I don't want to say in the AA program, but in the recovery field for sure. Trust and honesty. Knowing someone is loyal encourages open communication and fosters trust, leading to a deeper connection. Yeah, it'll be easier for me to come up and talk to you about something if you're loyal. Yeah. Staying with the same job, that is loyalty. Absolutely, it can be, as long as it isn't tearing you apart, right? Because I don't think that there's any job out there worth the human soul. No, I don't. right? Support and well-being. Loyalty provides a foundation of support, which is crucial for mental, emotional, and physical well-being. Sorry, I need a little talking juice there. Yeah, I know I certainly feel a lot more supported when I know that friends are loyal. You know, what are some of the other loyalties here? There are people that come to this all the time. There's a lot of loyalty that happens here. People are listening to this stuff on a daily basis, and that would be loyalty. And what does that do? Well, that brings us to the next point, sense of belonging. It makes me feel like I belong. It makes me want to do more. It makes me want to be a better person. So see how your loyalty is fostering my well-being. So thank you for that. Thank you for helping me be a better person and encouraging me to do that just by listening, just by being there. Pretty cool. It's a sense of belonging. Loyalty helps build a sense of community and belonging, which can be incredibly valuable. Amber says, I've been at the same job for 7.5 years, and that is why she is closing 8 out of 9 phone calls. What are the benefits of being loyal? Do feel like we should go on just a little bit more. How can you show loyalty to others? It's a good question. I think it's a good question. Generate that overview. Be supportive. Offer encouragement. Help them through challenges and show that you care about their well-being. Heck yeah. Yeah. At the end, when I say I love you, you know I do. I do. I love you. And I love you for who you are. Even if you're crazy like me. Right? What was it? There's a song that used to be on Dr. Demento when I was growing up, and it was called I'm Happy to Be Living in a Split Level Head. And I got that song. I understood it. Be honest, avoid secrets, be authentic, even when vulnerability is uncomfortable. Yeah, being honest. Julia says, I'm finding a place with the best job for me. Took me a while. Yeah. It could take us a little bit. Today, I just finally figured out what I want to do. I'm going to be 55 in less than 6 months. All right. Maintain confidentiality. If somebody tells you something, don't tell somebody else. No, it's not for you to tell. No. This is as far as I go. Hey, you know that person me? Yeah, I'm so proud of them. I'm so proud of them. They have come so far. And I love what they're doing. Great job. Right? Encourage them. And I tell them to their face first. And I don't go tell everybody but them, you know. Amber says, with integrity, do what you say you're going to do. Absolutely. That would actually go to loyalty. And being present, right? Being present means I'm not thinking about anything. I'm listening to what you are saying. Keep your promises. That's integrity, with Amber was talking about. Follow through on commitments and be honest if you can't. The person that was going to chair today's meeting sent me a message, and they felt that it was kind of too early for them to take on service work, and something was going on with their kid. And they were just honest. Nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, and I even said, hey, don't feel like you can't come to the meeting because you aren't sharing. We don't work that way. We're just here to support you. Right. And if you feel like you're not ready yet for that, then you're not ready yet. Nothing wrong with that. They were just trying to be more part of the group. And I'm not going to dismiss that. No, I'm going to encourage it. I'm going to encourage them trying to make themselves better at all times. All right. Michelle says, I'm the same with my children. I don't talk to them about each other. Yeah. Even when even my mom, I don't do that. All right, I got to kind of speed up a little bit here. Be faithful. Be true to your word and honor your commitments. Act in their best interests. We do that all the time. For us, that would be meeting people where they're at and then supplying the right thing. Address problems directly. Yeah, don't beat around the bush. Most of us that have gotten to the place where we've completed the program, I just, well, at least for me, I would much rather somebody say, "Hey, Dion, I'm not really comfortable doing your podcast," than ignoring me. Yes. You ignore me, you're off the plate. You're off the plate. And if you come back, I'll be like, "Well, you didn't really." So, no, not that I have any control over that. Nobody's really asking. So, address problem. Be fair. Consider their perspective. Show appreciation. Communicate how important their presence is in your life and don't take them for granted. Here's a good one. Stand up for them. I tell you now, you talk shit about one of my friends. Just don't talk shit about anybody around me. And I don't go for it. I already see enough of that online. People utilizing hate to get their point across. Okay. Hate and name calling will never, ever be the answer. It never will be. And you see it all the time. Now there's a bunch of therapists running around. Well, how do you deal with that? How do you deal with that toxic behavior from that narcissist? And how to fight the narcissist, how to fool the narcissist. Narcissism is a mental illness that is beyond their control, kind of like alcoholism, and I won't tolerate it. And toxic is name calling. You don't get to call people that. It's a new word for crazy. You run around and say, "Oh, that person's crazy." "Oh, you can't say that." "Oh, that person's toxic." "Okay, I'll go for that." Come on. Come on. And coming from therapists, and I call them out on it too. They never say anything. All right. And I'm getting less and less calling out on people. In fact, my Instagram, I won't allow any ads that are recovery ads because I need a different something, right? So be a good communicator, commute clearly. Okay, I really have to wrap this up. Practice forgiveness, show appreciation, be persistent, stay true to yourself, complete small gestures. That's a big one. That's a big one. Okay, the little things kill, but the little things also build. Yes, they do. It's the little things that build, and it's the little things that kill. It's been my experience. Oh, it's just little, no biggie. Well, maybe to them it was more important than that. All right. Little gestures. Like, I'm going to use this as an example. Amber made this for me. Yes, I brag on Amber a lot. I know. All right. Now, it isn't so much this, it's the dragon in there. It's the little thing. Because she said, "Well, what do you like?" And so she put stuff that I like on there. That's the little stuff that counts to me. And I see it. I see everything. Part of my survival skills. All right. So I get set up for the meeting. I got to go meet the kids. So I'll see some of you in 24 minutes. Others will probably see a little bit later. It really depends on what my grandkids allow me to get done. So thank you, everybody, for being here. I appreciate it. I love you. You know I do. Peace out.